Hey, hi folks. First of all, thank you for allowing me to speak on this code generation tool that we are using as of now in Amazon a lot. So recently in last 6 months to 1 year, generating test scripts has been changed a lot, right? Initially, we are kind of manually testing them, then automation came, and recently you must have heard about no code automation tool came, and in last 6 months, using code generation tool for automation test script has been taken a long leap, right? And there are a couple of good code generation tool available in market, starting from GitHub Copilot, which you folks have may heard about it. And the second one that I use a lot was CodeWhisperer. That was again from AWS, but recently they have changed it to Amazon Q Developer. So Amazon Q Developer is nothing but a code generation tool similar to concept of GitHub Copilot. In today's session, we are going to check that how we can integrate the Amazon Q Developer with our IDEs. IDE means you can integrate with your Visual Studio, you can integrate with your IntelliJ, right? I will show you with IntelliJ and how basically you can give it prompts so that it can generate the automation test scripts for Selenium and rest assured. I have prepared demo for this too, but you can generate obviously any script you want. And it will create the entire test scripts. But there are some things we need to follow, right? You will just, if we just type it that write Selenium script, it is not going to write. So there are some tips that we regularly use in Amazon so that we can efficiently work around it. And yes, before I start, I'm telling it is not going to replace us, but yes, it will increase our productivity so that instead of writing boilerplate codes, we can invest our time to solve customer problem, right? Cool. So let's start. Okay, so first I will give you a quick, as I give you a quick introduction about AQT already, right? So those are the headers that we are going to cover. Yeah, so this is the one I am showing you first. Why? Because people expect both from GPT or any latest LLM models that we are just going to try it for 5 minutes and then we are going to leave it if we are not satisfied with the output. But it doesn't work in that way, right? You need to have patience with it. You need to kind of train it to some extent and then only you can use it, right? That's why I told, right, it cannot make your dinner, but it will write your test faster, right? But don't expect a lot because that's what I have seen. I talked to many folks recently and everybody is saying that, okay, it is not giving us the expected output. And that's obvious, right? It's not going to give you what exactly you want, but it's around, if it gives more than 60 to 70% accuracy also, it's quite enough for us, right? To increase our productivity. So all in all, it's Amazon Q Developer. It's a generative AI model, right, that integrates with your IDE. To start with means how basically you can install it, download it, integrate with your IDE. I will show you a quick demo on the same. Those links I have shared in the PPT. So this is the official link where you can go and check how to download the Amazon Q Developer. We shortly called it at AQD. You do have to create a AWS account. If you have an AWS account, so far so good. If you don't have an account, you can create a free account. Okay, it's not like you have to pay anything to give it a try. So you can just create a free AWS account and then you can add this one to your IDE, right? So what you need to do, you need to download Amazon Q in Visual Studio Code or JetBrains, whatever you have. So I am going with Amazon Q for JetBrains, right? Here there is a small trick you need to follow. You need to check what are the compatibility range, okay? So what you need to do, go to your IntelliJ IDE, right? And figure out what's your IntelliJ IDE version, right? So mine is 2024.1.3, right? So you need to check this one before downloading because I have got a lot of queries on this one that they are unable to download and they are unable to set it up. If you download a wrong one, then it will not get added into your IDE, okay? You will get error and you may get frustrated, right? So before downloading, clicking on the download button quickly, just make sure the compatibility range follows. So my compatibility range is between 2024.1 to 2024.1.6. You need to download this one, okay? Once you download, how you can add it as a plugin, you need to go to your IntelliJ IDE, right? Go to settings, and then you need to go to plugins. Instead of downloading it directly, what you need to do, come over here in the settings button, install plugin from disk. So whatever file you have downloaded, you need to select that. I know it's a bit tedious, but yeah, bear with it. Within some days, maybe they will come up with a more easier options. You just need to select that and you need to click on open. Once you click on open, you should be able to see something like this, Amazon Q, right? Once it's there, that means it's integrated with your IDE. If it's not there, then you may need to try again with another version because maybe you have downloaded the wrong version, okay? I did it when I tried it around 3-4 months back with AQD. CodeWhisperer was pretty different in installation. Once it downloaded, you can see it over here. There is one more check you need to do. You need to come to the bottom of your ID and see over here. Everyone can see, right? So those are the auto suggestions. Open code reference log, run project scan. I will show you all those options, okay, how to work around with it. And here is the documentation. This is a very good one. There are many shortcuts you can use to make your code suggestions faster. Select one of them. Those are many documentation. You can go through it. Shortcuts, basically. Once you see this one, Amazon Q with green, that means you are all set. You can proceed further and try to write the automation scripts. So here, Amazon Q Developer comes with two options, okay? One is AQD, obviously code generation. Another one is Amazon Q Chat, okay? That one also you should be able to see on your IntelliJ. You can see it over here. Can you see over here? This is the best one, folks, okay? If you are in an organization, you are in a startup where there is no one to review your code, then you cannot give any more excuses. You can just select the code over here, ask chat over here that review my code as a senior SDET. It will give you the exact coding standards that is being there for Java or Python or JavaScript and give you the exact comment. So many people I have heard from my students too that we don't have a code reviewer, so our coding standards or coding optimization techniques are very bad. So this is the way, okay? Just ask it that provide me coding optimization techniques on this piece of code. I will show you how it will basically works. But yes, this is the chat you can open over here. So now I will give you how you can use basically AQD. So there are two ways, okay? One is like inline suggestions. If you put a space or something, it will automatically give you any suggestions, if you can see. This is weird and useless, frankly speaking, okay? And this is where people leave and they think that, okay, this is of no use. It don't work in that way. If you just expect it to write, it will not write. So what exactly the main tip over here? Whenever you try to write a piece of code, make sure you import all the packages manually. Because it will not understand, right? If you just ask him write Selenium scripts or write test scripts, it will not understand anything, okay? I will show you a quick demo around it, how basically it works, okay? I have created a small prompt, okay? This one we call it as a prompt. You all folks may have used GPT and all, right? So it works as a prompt. So AQD work in different level. One, as I shown you, right? Just give a space, it will give you a random suggestion. Another one with a prompt, another one with multiple line comments. Means you want to create a logic out of it, right? Sometimes it happens, we need to create a logic out of it. You can put a logic like, okay, this is I will show you a quick demo on that too. But let me first quickly show you a prompt on Selenium. So I have written a prompt, write a test in Selenium Java to open a URL and validate the title. Very simple, right? If I press on enter over here, right? See what it has done. Can you see, folks? WebDriver driver. So usually no need to go to Google if you're learning or trying something. This is just for Selenium I'm showing. You can try it. I have tried it with Playwright and all, okay? Playwright I have tried with APM, REST assured, request library, multiple languages, multiple tools I have already tried. It is working fine. So this is how you can see, right? It has now to accept it, what you can do. In the below section, there is one more trick you need to see. Don't quickly accept the first one. Go through it basically generates 5 different format, okay? This is the first one. This is the second one. You can select which one you want, okay? So there are 5 options it will give you. You can use the arrow to go through all the options, and whichever you like, you can just click on tab. Once you click on tab, it will give you the entire code. Right? So now what it basically does, it initializes a driver. That one I don't think so we need in Selenium 4. But anyway, it just takes the actual title. It has used one assertion too. But if you can see actual title dot equals, it has not used testng or anything, right? Because we have not asked us to use testng. Now let's assume I am going to use the exact same command with another class where I have already imported everything. I've imported many unwanted ones. So bad coding standard, I guess. But no way, this one I was teaching to somebody. So here if we put it like this, write a test in Selenium Java to open a URL and validate the title. The beauty of it is it will go through the extent-based test case also. It's not like it will just go through the class. It will go through the extents-based test case too. Now here, when I press the enter, you will see the difference. Can you see? It has used extent report of its own. I haven't asked it. It went through the different test method. It went through the imports and it figured out, okay, this guy needs extent report or he has imported this package. Then if you can see here the tab, I'm using the tab. And here he has used all the class that I have previously created. It has created the object and everything. This is very smooth, right, folks? Because I don't have to give him any additional input. I just use the same input, but the trick is your import. So whenever you are using AQD, make sure you are using the right imports, or else it will give you random code. You will not be satisfied with it. Second tip, whenever you are writing some code, prompts should be very much elaborative, okay? It's not like write automation script. It will not understand this. You have to write, if you just go and type write automation script, it may end up writing Python, okay? Python or any language also, we are not sure. Unless you have a class where already there is a Java package or anything. Or else I have seen it was writing any random languages also. So you need to tell him that you are using Selenium Java. You must have seen I have used Selenium Java, right? Though if I don't use exactly over here, it will work. Why? Because it already knows from the import that this is a Java language this guy is using, right? So this is the quick one on how you specifically use imports wisely so that your expected code would be smooth. Now I will show you one more interesting stuff over here. That is, many times we feel like, okay, we have some security issues with our existing code, right? Or security vulnerabilities in our code. Most of the time we don't look into it. But if you understand the importance of security, you may be a person who is more interested to figure out, okay, how we can use AI for it, right? To go through my entire piece of code and figure out what are the security vulnerabilities. For that, what you can do, there is an option in Amazon Q called as Run Project Scan. It is going through all your code in your project. Okay, I'm just clicking on it. I have knowingly put some vulnerability scan over here, issues over here, so that I'm hoping it will identify it, right? So whenever you have a project already developed, code is written, and you are doubtful that there is no one, an expert level to review my code for code vulnerabilities, what you can do, you can just use this scan. It will give you the report along with some suggestions how you can improve it. It will take some time for sure, because I have a lot of class and package. If you create a smaller one, it will take less time, but if you definitely have a large one like this, it is going to take some time. Let it take some time. Meanwhile, what we can do, I will walk you through a quick demo on the rest assured side, API automation, right? Those who are not aware why I'm showing Selenium and rest assured both, because whenever we consider a person to be good in automation, we expect him to learn one front end and one back end, right? So maybe front end with Selenium, Cypress, Playwright, back end with request library, rest assured, whatever you pick, right? That's why I'm showing with two, because if I show with only one, it doesn't make much sense. So I have created a small package for rest assured too, right? Just to show you folks how basically it works. So for example, this is the one I want to create, write a test in Java using rest assured for get method, right? So here also I have already used all the imports. Again, I am saying, right, if you don't use the imports, it will not give you the exact output what you are expecting, right? So now if I want to just enter this one, now you will see what it is going to do. Can you see, folks? Just click on tab. See, extent report, response. It has taken query param also. Why? Because I have already used query param in previous one. So if you don't need, you can edit it, right? And see, here also you need to make some changes. For example, URL, because I have not asked it which get method. If you want to be specific, like this is the endpoint I want to hit, give that endpoint over here, right? Then only it will pick that endpoint, right? So if you want to try with endpoints and everything, it will come like this, right? Got it, right, folks? How it basically generates the rest assured and both Selenium scripts. Meanwhile, what we will do, we will try to go and check our Selenium one. It's still running. Let's see who's one. It is taking some time too. Now I'm going to show you one more demo, which usually I got a very good response from my students on this one. A very tedious part is creating Pojo sometime, right? We feel like, okay, this is the entire JSON. I need to create a Pojo. People get confused. And it's a favorite interview question from the interviewers also, right? They grill you a lot on Pojo. Basically, simple JSON, JSON array, JSON object, right? Okay, so by the way, these three are the most important thing you should prepare before interview. So whenever you are doubtful, like how I will create a Pojo out of a JSON, you can use something like this. Create Pojo for a simple JSON. I'm using, for example, a simple JSON. You can use a JSON array, JSON object, JSON with name, address as string, and phone as integer. If you notice, I have given the data type also. If you don't give the data type, it will not give you the right output again, right? Why I'm giving you those examples? So whenever you try to use it, you give the right prompts rather than any random prompts, right? So now, if you can see, it has started, right? Private string name, private string address, private int phone, and it is creating our getter and setter. Can you see? You can generate it all at once also. I'm just doing it just to show you folks. See, it is generating all the getter and setter along with this one. So it is giving us a small suggestion like how you can override a toString. I have never used it though over here. So basically this is your Pojo class, right? I'm giving a demo with a simple JSON. You can use it with complex one also. JSON objects, I have tried it, okay? JSON objects, it will ask you to create a separate class and everything. So it's very sorted, I have tried it. So definitely you guys can give it a try on this one. Meanwhile, let's see. Okay, so now our security scan is completed. If you notice over here, so it has scanned around 376 files in my entire package. And what are the vulnerabilities it has found? See, CW is 755, stack trace not included in rethrown extraction. So these are kind of some of the best coding standards you can find, okay? And again over here, resource leak, allocated resource are not released properly. If I take you, it will take you to the line where exactly you have done the mistake. Now let's assume you are a person who is very new to it, right? And you are like, I'm not sure what to do next, right? What you can do, come over here, ask Amazon Q chat to explain it, if you can see. It is showing us what's the problem and what's the fix. So it's not like it is only giving you the problem statement. It is giving you the solution also. So what you can do, you can come over here, whichever line it is showing you the exceptions or whatever it may be, come to the fix and try to implement it. Once you've done the implementation, you can again give us another security run. You can check that it will be removed. I've already tried it. Those some of the things I have already put it over here. Null pointer difference also you can see over here, right? Null pointer dereference. This is also a very important coding standards. So if you can see it, if you take a cursor over here, it will show you, right? So this is how you can resolve all the possible vulnerabilities in your code. Now I will quickly show you one more thing over here. Let's assume this is my piece of code, correct? And I select this one, okay? And I am going to ask it, review the code as a senior stat in the industry. So now what is going to do? It is going to review the code I have selected, okay? So again, it takes always a little bit of time to go through every points that has been mentioned in your code. If you can see. Now I'm going to expand it a bit so you will get a proper view. If you can see, it has figured out around 8 to 9, right? Naming convention, code organization, code duplication, right? Error handling. So it has given around, oh, it is giving more. So that's a bad code, I guess. To address these issues, I would recommend the following. So if you are somebody who, again, not aware of how to resolve those issues, you can just go through those suggestions and you can give it a try, right? You got it, right? How to do your code review without without raising a CR. Usually what I do when I write a piece of code, before raising the CR, I run it. So that many times it happens like you do some minor mistakes, giving the constant name wrong, or maybe missing the final, very common, right? So those things you can definitely skip, and thread dot sleep, right? Many times we end up writing thread dot sleep with hard coded. All those things it will identify, right? Okay, so yeah. So one more important point over here, folks. Whenever you are using it, if your organization, some organization have rules, right? You cannot use CodeWhisperer or any code because it is definitely going through your code. So there is a process to take through it, kind of your business license and all. That one you can find in the page over here, Amazon Q developer final page. This one, I guess I have put it already in the PPT, which I'm going to share with you. And all those what I have kind of shown you folks, those are mentioned over here. Okay, security one is the one I have told you. So almost everything is mentioned over here. You can give it a try after going through this page. There is one more important point I'm going to share you. Okay, apart from this Amazon Q developer. Just give me a second, folks. I'm going to close this one. Now I'm going to take you to a one more important thing. Just give me a sec. So basically, when you try everything together, it happens. So I was trying to provide a demo on APM too, but I am running sort of time, okay? But you guys know, right, how to give it a try. You can give it a try with APM. I have prepared emulator and everything to provide a demo on this one. But anyway, so now apart from AQD, there are two important services which you should definitely kind of explore if you are more than 5 years. If you're less than 5 years also, you can explore, but I know you have a lot of IC tasks, means individual contributor tasks, you may not get time for R&D. But if you are somebody who has more than 5 years or in a leadership role, you should definitely try two important services, that is Amazon Bedrock. Very, very, very nice LLM model you can explore, okay? I have tried it and it is super awesome. I have created a couple of LLM apps in Amazon, which I cannot explore, but those are super cool. And if you want to try within a click with all LLM playgrounds and everything, Amazon Bedrock is very good one. There is one more which very less people are aware of, but it is a gem, that is Party Rock. You can create a LLM within a click. Okay, this is again by Amazon. Okay, all those are free, folks. You can just go and give it a try. Okay, Party Rock, I would definitely suggest. I have already created 7 to 8 apps in it. It is an awesome one. Okay, you don't have to write even code. Just give a prompt, it will create an LLM app. So definitely, folks, you should keep these two links, Amazon Bedrock and Party Rock. When you explore these things, you will end up in a scenario where you will be confused that there are a lot of LLM models. Which one to pick? So this is the website which I follow, okay, a lot. When I explore something, I go through this and I try to figure out, okay, if I'm going with coding, then which is the best one? Maybe Sonnet is the best one, right? Similarly, if I am going with some math, then GPT-4o is the best one. So, and it has the fastest, most affordable models comparison, everything is there, very in-depth. I am a big fan of Cloud model. So I use Sonnet a lot, okay? In all my LLM app, I have used Sonnet. This is the best one, Sonnet. That's what I have tried to generate things to, if you are trying to generate something or kind of summarize something, then definitely Sonnet is the best one that I have tried yet. But it has all the list of LLM models. Try this app, you are going to get a lot of knowledge. And then once you figure out, okay, this is the LLM model I'm going to target, come over here to Bedrock, select, because Bedrock will give you all the options of different models. Select the model and explore, right? So AQD is little bit on the initial level, who are IC, because they write a lot of code, they need it. But if you're in a leadership role, you should definitely explore Amazon Bedrock and Party Rock. Now, I guess I'm almost towards the end. I haven't show you folks this one much. So I have written the same thing over here. You can find it. Whatever I have explained, it is over here. I have given the screenshots also. Okay, so you folks can go through it. Installation links and everything is present over here. Okay. I'm not sure I guess I can share this PPT maybe after this one, and I will add you all the links because I know you may not remember all the links. So you can just figure out all the links from here. And those are my details, my LinkedIn. You can connect with me on YouTube. Medium, I write a lot, okay? So you can check some of my posts on prompt engineering and everything on Medium. Yep, I guess that's it. Anybody has any question, they can shoot me up. And sorry, I was not able to show you the APM one. I have already done the setup, but I'm running out of time. But APM also, it does a great job, okay? I have tried specifically with 4 things, web automation, API automation, mobile automation, visual automation. I've tried with these 4 types with JS, JavaScript, TypeScript, Python, Ruby, Java. So this 5 language I have tried. So I can assure you in this 5 language and this one I have tried, IntelliJ and Visual Studio. So in this many things, it will 100% work. Rest of the things, if you explore, do let me know if it works or not. Yeah. Any questions, folks? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just curious from your experience, your opinion, what you picked up in general, drawbacks,
Drawbacks, right?
yeah, drawbacks, weaknesses,
Yes, yes. Okay, so the question is, what are the drawbacks on using GenAI, right? Am I right?
specifically Amazon.
Okay, Amazon Q. Okay, yes. There are a lot of drawbacks, definitely. There is I cannot say drawbacks, but area of improvements, right? So a couple of things. If your kind of prompt is not good, okay, it will give you very weird answers, first of all. Second, it sometimes it is not a pro, like it knows everything what's going on in Selenium. So it uses wrong methods also sometime. I have seen it. Okay, that methods is not even present in Selenium. So somewhere it is fetching it from Cypress or Playwright, I'm not sure, but it is giving wrong methods. It happens, it's a normal thing, right? It takes time. So there is a workaround, I found it, but you guys can do it. That's a kind of a pro setup you need to do. You can create, what I have done, I am telling you, I have given all Selenium, Playwright, Cypress, create a file, upload in S3, and then I am asking Amazon Q developer that, look, whenever you are suggesting me anything, don't give me random stuff. Go through this S3 and let me know what is the answer. That's why for me, it is never giving this. Initially, I found a lot of errors. So I figured out, okay, this is the way. You can customize Amazon Q developer according to your projects also. For example, I am working on a project called as checkout page. I can give all checkout pages to Amazon Q developer and tell it that, look, next time when you prompt me or suggest me something, make sure you go through these packages. So that is called as Amazon Q customization. That is for business customers and those who have pro license. You can find those things in the document also, means what are the benefits of taking pro. But yes, those are the flaws. It gives sometimes very wrong inputs. And second, people get irritated sometimes, right? Always it giving you suggestions. You don't want suggestions sometimes, right? I want to write off my own code, but it keeps on poking you, right? That, okay, this is the suggestion. At last you will feel like, okay, I don't want it, I'm stopping. So that's why they have come up with the one like pause. So whenever you are I do that, okay, whenever I create a logic, I don't want suggestions. I turn off it, I pause it, I write my logic, then I turn it on. Because if keep on poking you in between logic, obviously your concentration will break, right? You cannot write the entire logic. And it is sometimes biased, right? Maybe you have thought something, it is giving you suggestions which is not relevant, you will end up writing a very wrong code. That's why when you are creating a complex logic, do that, okay? Turn off the suggestions, write it, then again turn on. I guess I have answered it, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, that's why I use imports. It, that's why I use import statements. Yeah, so for example, Selenium. So which one you asked? Tool? Oh. So in Equity, what you can do, you can share the link of the documentation for that tool. Means you need to feed it. I have tried it with one tool. I asked him that, look, man, go through this. It was giving me very wrong inputs. I asked him, this is the documentation. Go through the documentation, then only give me suggestion. Oh, Yeah, it's did a good job. One more thing you can do, you can download the entire document, upload into an S3 package, S3, connect the S3 with your Amazon Q developer. It is super fast. That's the best one, because if you only ask him to read, it may miss something again, right? And it is sometimes biased also. It doesn't give you perfect one, but whenever you upload in S3, it will give you the exact answer. Yes, that's why that Copilot I also use in my personal thing. So, but AQD I am impressed because the customization is great, man. Means when you are working with your package, you have 100 package, you cannot go through 100 package, right? Just ask him, look, man, 100 package, give me suggestion where this method is being called, because that's what happens, right? When you get some error, ask him, it will figure out which package, which package this method is there, which class also it will give.
Okay, thank you.